Welcome to the Reese Report. I'm the mouth of the North, Andrew Reese, and I am back with my friend Gil Santos to do our Week 10 NFL picks. I am not in a good mood, and I am not happy about last week's games, and you're going to hear about it as we go through the picks this week, including some praise and some shade for Gil and his team. But we'll get there. Gil, you have made a hell of a run, and you have now tied. Who have you tied, you say? Oh, he's not here. Oh, Jose's at work again. So, Jose, since you're at work, I'd like to let you know that Gil Santos has tied you in the pool. I'm only 5 games back after being miles back earlier, so I'm coming too. But, Jose, you are now tied with Gil Santos after you had a horrific week.
2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row.
2 bad weeks in a row. And now you are tied with Mr. Gil Santos. And there's lots of time left in this season. There's 17 weeks and 7 more to go. So we're going to get started. As we go through these games, I'm going to rant. And Gil will enjoy this, as all of you, I hope, will too. We'll start with the Thursday nighter, a very quiet game. I don't have much to say about this game. It's the Baltimore Ravens going to the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are a train wreck. They really don't know what they're doing with their quarterback position. The Baltimore Ravens are the comeback kids. They get down early and they come back. But last week, when you face Kirk Cousins, my friend Brian, who Gil knows from the To The Point podcast, Brian, this is your shutout. They got up 14-0, Gil, and I swear to God, this guy's messaging me. Look at Kirk Cousins. You like that? You like that? And you know what? You know what happened? I said, just wait. Just wait, Brian. He will find a way to lose this game to Lamar Jackson. And what happened? They came all the way back. And even in overtime when he had a chance, they still let Baltimore get the field goal for the win. So all you Vikings fans out there, especially you, Brian, get rid of Kirk Cousins or you're not going to win anything. Dalvin Cook had a great game. They still couldn't win. Disaster. He's a disaster. So having said that, Gil, who do you like in this game?
Well, I'm going to take Baltimore. They've won some very close games. All their games have been tight. So I don't even know about them covering a 7.5.
They're playing with fire, Gil. They're playing with fire with these getting down and coming back. They're playing with fire.
Yeah, they're getting the W, so I'm going to take Baltimore. I don't see Miami beating them.
Yeah, I got Baltimore as well. I don't even know who's starting for Miami. Tua was a healthy scratch, I believe, last week. So
Brissett started,
Brissett started. So I'm going to take Baltimore just because that race in the AFC is tight. You can't afford to blow any games, especially in that conference. So I got Baltimore.
Pittsburgh's in the mix too now.
Yes, and we're going to talk about those ugly Steelers, but they could win the division. Yes, yeah, so there's 4 teams that can win that division. Who would have thought that coming in? Although one of them we're going to get to is a total disaster, but we're going to get to them. So Jose also has the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, yes, to the first 1 p.m. game, Gil. The absolutely atrocious Buffalo Bills, who somehow find a way to go to Jacksonville and lose 9-6. Josh Awful Allen, a.k.a. the MVP picks of Mr. Gil Santos and Jose Games, was abysmal. 3 turnovers, no touchdowns. He was terrible. And Jacksonville wasn't any better. But Buffalo had multiple chances, could not score. This is the second game in a row where Josh Allen has come up small when the game was close and was needed most. Oh, he's great when he's up front. When it's 45-0, he's great. He runs all day. He's running around like a horse, and everything's great. But when the game's close, choke job from Josh Allen. So that's 2 in a row. They take on the Jets, who might be slightly better than the Jaguars. But they better be careful because here come the New England Patriots. Gil Santos, who do you got in this one?
Well, you made good points. Josh Allen, maybe it's the Buffalo Bill jersey. Just like when the Leaf players put on the Leaf jerseys. I don't know. It's almost similar. Good points.
I can't believe they lost that game, Gil. Like, just an embarrassment.
And 9-6 was awful.
Horrible.
Awful.
Just brutal.
I have to take Buffalo because I think they need to bounce back. Like it's but watch out for the Jets too. They're improving, so watch out. But I will take Buffalo.
Okay. As much as I've said what I've said, the Jets are very dangerous in this game. They've beaten Tennessee at home, and they beat Cincinnati at home. This is a dangerous game. Mike White is starting. Now,
Yes.
I mean, this is scary, but Buffalo really has to win this game. Like, they can't mess around with the Jets, this rival, and I'm thinking that they'll rebound from this game. But my God, if they don't, it's trouble. So I'm going to take Buffalo, but my God, am I scared of the Jets in this game? And it's 12. Let me tell you right now, I was thinking about best bets. I'm going to give you 2 this week. The Jets is going to be one of them. They're covering plus 12. 100%. They're covering plus 12. A division game, Mike White, Bill's struggling. Take the 12, guys. But I got another one after that, okay? Jose, as you would imagine, Jose Allen, as I like to call him, has the Bills. And by the way, you know it's got to be really bad when another guy named Josh Allen outplays you. And he's on the defense. He sacked you. He intercepted you. He recovered a fumble. That's the MVP, not this Josh Allen. Anyway, we'll get on to the next game now after I take care of him. Tampa Bay. Now let's get to a real quarterback. Okay. I know what you're going to say. He got beat by the Saints. But guess what? Brady, there's 2 teams you got to worry about with Tom Brady. The Giants, the G-Men, Gil's favorite team, and the Saints. He doesn't win in the Superdome. Everybody knows it. Although he almost pulled it off last week, 2 weeks ago when he came back, and then they got a lot of field goal and an interception at the end. He doesn't win at the Superdome until the playoffs. In the playoffs, then Brady just says, enough of this, and I'm going to win another Super Bowl. So he goes to Washington, play Heineke. We saw this game last year, I believe. Tampa Bay went to Washington in the playoffs. They beat Washington by 9. I have Tampa Bay. Gil.
Not even debate for me, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay's defense is awful. Washington's defense is awful. Tampa Bay's coming off a bye week. Last year, when they came off a bye week, they won every game, including the Super Bowl, to end the year.
I'm not picking Washington until they get a real name. I'm not picking the Washington football club.
Heineke. It sounds like a beer. I know. It sounds like a beer. Tampa Bay is coming back fully healthy. This might not be pretty, this game. I'm just saying. It's not going to be pretty. Jose also has the Bucks in this one. To a game that interests me because of Gil Santos. Now, Gil Santos and I had a back and forth last week because he took the Broncos last week. And all year long, Gil was telling me how shit the Broncos are. They're garbage. They can't score. They played garbage teams. And then last week, he shocks me by taking the Broncos to win in Dallas. And not only did they win, they smashed the Cowboys. It was 30-0 in the fourth quarter. And then they got some garbage points at the end to make it 30-16. But this is a beatdown. This is 1 week after they traded Von Miller, their defensive leader. They destroyed the Cowboys, who looked completely not ready. Dak Prescott was brutal. If there was a quarterback worse than Josh Allen, it was Dak Prescott last week. He was missing throws. He was all over the place. He was terrible. Now, will Gil Santos do it 2 weeks in a row? As Dallas is at home to play the Falcons.
The reason why I took Denver is because Denver in the domes, Melvin Gordon's I watched some college, and that's where his best games was inside. He's actually a turf runner, not a grass runner.
Bridgewater too is good in domes as well.
Bridgewater's as well, correct? Yeah. Yes, they have a lot of dome players, and then when you watch them play those games with Kansas City, Las Vegas, like grass games, they struggle.
Yes.
It's always close, it's always tight. It's a field goal, they can't score. They're not a grass players though.
Yeah,
they're a grass team, but not grass players. But that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So this game is gonna be who are we playing here?
Atlanta. It goes to Dallas. Atlanta. Thank you very much. I didn't mention this, but thank you, Matt Ryan. What did I say last week? Now, Gil Santos seems to think I just took this off the cuff. But if you watched last week's show, I explained to you, Atlanta gives New Orleans headaches every year. It doesn't matter how bad they are. They go to the Superdome and they give New Orleans headaches. 2 years ago, they cost people survivors because everyone took New Orleans. If there was the end of my survivor pool, everyone had New Orleans. Atlanta went in there and beat them, and they were a garbage team that year. So I had a feeling, and Trevor Simeon's garbage.
But you're still iffy, though.
Yeah, I know. I took Matt Ryan over Trevor Siemian. I didn't think that was too far of a stretch.
Well,
But
I'm taking Dallas. They're not beating Dallas.
oh, okay. I was gonna say now I'm taking Dallas, but let me tell you, this is a tricky game. If you remember last year, Atlanta was up like 39-10 or something on Dallas, and Dallas came all the way back and won the game by a point. This is not a lock. I'm going to take Dallas because they can't slip up too much more, although they're so far ahead now of the choking Eagles that I just don't think they're going to lose that division. But they still have a chance for the number 1 seed, thanks to a team we'll get to later that Gil's a big fan of. We'll get to them. Jose also has the Dallas Cowboys. To probably the toughest game of the week, or one of the toughest, the New Orleans Saints. I'm not sure if they're going to be led by Trevor Siemian or Taysom Hill. They go to Tennessee to play the Tennessee Titans, who said, no Derrick Henry, no problem. Listen, people, I've said this to you before. If you're a Rams fan or if you watch football, if you think Kirk Cousins is any different than Matthew Stafford, I got news for you. They're the same quarterback. The only difference is one was in Detroit, who now is in St. Louis with a good defense. Kirk Cousins is in Minnesota with a good defense, a good running game, and they're falling apart. Let me tell you, it's coming. Because last week, it was the week of bad quarterback play because Matthew Stafford was brutal. Turned it over on back-to-back possessions, choked up big time. Tennessee's defense stepped up. Tannehill didn't make any mistakes, and Tennessee took them out in L.A. Now, Matthew Stafford's record, I'm going to say this every week, guys, against teams with a over 500 record in his career is 8-70. 8-70. I'm telling you, when the time comes and there's a big game, he's going to choke. Now, you want to say he beat Brady? Okay, he beat Brady. That's fine. In the playoffs, we'll see. He has no playoff victories in his whole career. So, they play New Orleans at home, Tennessee, without Derrick Henry. They got Adrian Peterson, old man, out there running. Tough game, Gil. Who do you got in this one?
Got Tennessee by a field goal.
Yes, I also have the Titans in this one. I don't trust New Orleans on the road, especially with Trevor Siemian starting. And if it's Taysom Hill, no different. New Orleans, I think, is in trouble. That loss probably cost them the division. And a playoff spot is up in the air. They're 5-3. But without a quarterback, I think they're in trouble. So I'm going to take Tennessee in this one. Tannehill, if he can just not turn it over and hang in there, I think he can get this one done. We're not going to spend any time on this game other than
what did Jose pick?
Oh, Jose has the Saints in this one.
Wow.
Proving he didn't learn his lesson from last week taking the Saints. But that's okay. He can go back to Trevor Siemian. That's his good. That just gives me a game to gain on him. To a game we're not going to talk about very much other than bravo Jacksonville. He made my week last week. Just a great win for them. They go to Indy where they're going to get destroyed. Gil?
Yeah, I think Jonathan Taylor has a field day on that game. Carson Wentz, watch out. He does do turnover. He's another Stratford too and a Kirk Cousins.
It's exactly what he is.
He's in the same category.
You don't know what you're going to get from him. He can throw the ball from his end zone one-handed into a guy's hands. Like Stafford did the same thing. They spun him around in the end zone, and he throws it one hand to the guy for a touchdown. They're the same quarterback.
Yeah. So, but I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be the guy to lead this team on that game, and I think they win.
I have Indy. Jose also has Indy in this one. They scared the hell out of me last week. I took Indy as my best bet last week. They to cover 10.5 points. They were up 42-10 and won 45-30. Like they had the ball on the 7-yard line, the Jets, and threw a pick with Josh Johnson, some guy that's been around forever, came off his couch and threw for $3 bills. Like the Colts are a scary team. I wouldn't want to bet anyone's money with them, but they came through. Thank God. They had a big enough lead. To the Detroit Lions, who I don't think are going to win a game, Gil. I can't see it.
Doesn't look like it.
They go to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Now, Gil wants to talk about the Steelers. Okay, listen, they're 5-3, I believe. Is that right? I think they're 5-3.
Yeah.
That Pittsburgh Steeler defense, they got exposed last week by Justin Fields. All these Justin Fields haters out there, that was the best game of his career. And they should have won. The idiot defensive player got that penalty at the end of the game, or they would have won that game. Roethlisberger came through. He got the field goal at the end. I still think the Steelers are frauds. The Bears should have won that game. The Steelers are sneaking wins over Geno Smith by 3, over Fields by 2 at home. I don't believe in this team at all, but they're playing the Lions, so they're going to win.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. They're sneaking wins, but it's the Lions, so they're gonna get another one. Double.
Yeah. I got Pittsburgh. This could be a favorite week, guys, but we'll see. There's some good games here. Speaking of good games,
Jose
Jose has Pittsburgh. I don't think I have to make it too odd. Well, Detroit has Jose has Pittsburgh. That's I don't want to forget about him, but these are obvious ones. A very important game between two wild card teams that are going at it, or could be a division winner. We'll see. The Cleveland Browns, and I'm going to say this once, and I don't care if Jose likes it or not. The Cleveland Browns are 100 times better without overrated BJ. And for everyone who wants to know what that is, it's not what you think it is. It's OBJ. It's what I call him is overrated BJ. You can put two together and determine what that is. But he's gone, and the Browns put up 41. Every single time Baker Mayfield plays without this guy, he's a better quarterback. The team plays better around him. The defense stepped up.
That win was Chubb's, though.
Chubb's had a huge game. Baker didn't have to do too much. He didn't make any mistakes. He only had 3 incompletions the whole game. The other 4 were throwaways. And the defense was huge. 99-yard return. Joe Burrow has regressed the last 3 weeks. He's turned into a turnover machine, especially in the red zone, which has led to the Bengals' downfall. They go to New England, and let me tell you, this is the biggest test of Mayfield's career because the New England Patriots defense is red hot. Mac Jones does not impress me in the least. I'm sorry, Lino. I'm not impressed by Mac Jones. Okay, he may have 5 wins, but he's a very inaccurate passer. He won a game going 12 for 29. Last week wasn't any better. He got strip sacked. He throws a lot of picks. Like, he's just in the right system. I'm not that impressed by him. But he should be able to get it done. But this is a very tough game. It's going to be defensive battle. I'm going to take New England because they're at home. But this is going to be a tight game. Jose has Cleveland. Gil, who do you have?
Jose has Cleveland. I have to take Cleveland too. I just think
tough game.
It is tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I just don't think Mac Jones with that Cleveland defense. I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Will New England stop Chubbs? I pictured Cleveland getting into a lot of third downs and less than 5 and give it to Chubbs, keep their drives going, kill the clock. But I think I see an under in this game. I don't really see a lot of points.
Yeah. I think Bill Belichick is going to he's going to try to stop the run, and he's going to try to make Baker Mayfield beat them. He'll put 8 in the box, stop the running game, and have Baker Mayfield beat them. That's the question. Can Baker do it? I'm not sure.
He might, but I'm not.
So, especially if it's bad weather, I think New England pulls out. But it's just tough. Like, you could go either way. I just took New England just because they're at home, pretty much. To Kirk Cousins.
No.
Gil.
Chargers.
We don't even have to say it, but just if you're a Minnesota fan, I feel for you. Like, he's just a disaster. You guys gave all this money to him. He's a disaster. He's no better to me than Case Keenum was when he was there. Yeah. I mean, they have weapons. They have a great running game, and he's not any good. I'm sorry. They're taking on Justin Herbert, who is very impressive. I got the Chargers. Gil?
I got Chargers.
Yeah. Jose also has the Chargers. Gil's face is frozen, in case you guys are wondering. So he's still there, all right? To Carolina. Now, there's a reason I'm bringing up Carolina, because this game's a joke that's coming up this week. But you see,
Jose had faith in them last week.
Jose, because Christian McCaffrey came back last week, said, "Oh, Travis Darnold, he's gonna go crazy now. They're gonna kick New England's ass." Well, guess what happened? Travis Darnold saw ghosts. He saw Sam Darnold, whatever his name is. He saw ghost again because Bill Belichick was just throwing everything at him. 3 picks, a fumble, just an embarrassment of a performance. And then he got hurt, and New England just destroyed them. Their defense took over, and Jose's best bet became his worst bet. Yep. So they're taking on the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona, coming off a loss to the Packers. I got the Cards.
I got the Cards.
Jose also has Arizona in this one. Sam Darnold, just a garbage quarterback. I'm sorry, guys. To a tough game, and I know
think,
Gil.
I think PJ Walker's starting to.
PJ Walker is starting, yes, and maybe he'll be better than Sam Darnold, but that's not saying much.
No.
To Philadelphia, who this is going to be I think this will be the toughest game for Gil to pick. Philadelphia, the Eagles, go to Denver to take on his Broncos. Okay, so I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to look at Gil. Who do you got, Gil?
Actually, can you see me? Or is my camera still?
No, you're still frozen. You're still frozen.
How come?
I don't know. You have to tell me, Gil. You just got this funny smile on your face.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Denver, just based off they're at home. They're mile high.
Mm-hmm.
I see Hurts just running around with his head cut off, not knowing who to throw to. And Denver's, I don't know. I just think, I'm gonna take Denver.
Jose also has Denver. I'm gonna take the Eagles. I'm not fooled by that one great performance by Denver. I watched this team lose at home multiple times to garbage offenses, including Pittsburgh. The Eagles' defense was pretty good last week until Justin Herbert just took over. I'm going to take Philly in this one. I think they see Dallas kind of stumbling, might have a chance. I think they're still going to come, but I'll take Philly in this one just because I don't believe in Denver's offense. Here's where I want to pause because I want to see Gil's face for this one. So I wish I could see his face right now because we're going to get into the Mexico game. That's right. The Seabags go to Green Bay. Oh, Gil, it's your favorite game every year. And guess who's coming back for it?
I know.
That's right. Russell Wilson. And maybe with OBJ, Mr. Overrated BJ might want to go there. He's deciding between the Seabags and the Packers.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't think he's going to play this week. But just in time, Russell Wilson's coming to get you, Gil. But I already know who you're picking.
Well, I'm going to take Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense step is huge. They're very impressive right now.
Yeah.
That obviously we all saw on TV if Rodgers plays last week, we kill KC's going to stand a chance if Rodgers plays last
Kansas
week.
City's offense is struggling. It struggled against the Giants on Monday night. It struggled against the Packers defense. Their offense in general is struggling. Jordan Love is a disaster. I have not seen a quarterback, especially a first-round pick, play that bad in a long, long time. They had every opportunity to win that game, but Devontae Adams, I felt bad for him. He could not get him the ball. He got lucky on a couple of throws, too. He was a disaster. The Green Bay Packers, and if Aaron Rodgers is sitting there, he's just like, first of all, Aaron Rodgers is a dumbass for what he did. Okay, he got a lousy fine. But let me tell you something. He's sitting there doing this. It's like these idiots they got Jordan Love. Okay, he's garbage. I opted out of my contract. They're going to be begging me to come back. They have to pay me $50 million to come back. He's laughing at them right now because clearly without him, this team is garbage. They're nothing. So I got Green Bay in this one because it's tough because with Wilson back, it's tricky. But I think Rodgers is going to come back with a vengeance after missing last week, and I got Green Bay winning this one at home. Jose also has Green Bay in this one.
Why?
Good question. That's who he took. So no Seattle for him. To the Sunday nighter, The awful Kansas City Chiefs. I can't believe I'm saying that, but they're awful. They're hanging in there. I think they're 5-4 now.
Yes.
They're going to Vegas to take on their rival, the Las Vegas Raiders, who were equally as bad last week. I picked the Giants last week because I expected a letdown from the Vegas, and that's what happened. But in this game, there's going to be no letdown. It's going to be two teams going at each other. Kansas City's defense got better last week, but it's because they faced Jordan Love and then Daniel Jones the week before. Now they get to face Derek Carr, who might have overrated BJ, who's also rumored to go there. But I'm going to take Vegas in this one because they seem to give Kansas City headaches every year. And I don't trust Kansas City's defense. And Derek Carr is going to have a 400-yard day. Mahomes is struggling mightily on offense with turnovers. I got Vegas in this one at home. Gil.
Same here. I picture them keeping it on the ground. KC, yeah, Derek Carr might have a field day. I agree too.
Yeah. Jose, just so he can let us catch up, has Kansas City in this one.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's a good thing. To the Monday nighter, and guys, I need you to bear with me here. I wish I could see Gil's face on this one. The Monday nighter, the LA Rams, who were awful last week because of Matthew Stafford, they go to play a team that was as bad, maybe not as bad, but close to as bad as the Bills were last week, and that's my 49ers. They were god-awful last week. Arizona jumped all over them. Gil's boy, James Conner, had a field day, 3 touchdowns, one of his fantasy, just ran all over us, and Colt McCoy, the ageless wonder who never seems to not have a job in the NFL, embarrassed our defense. And Jimmy G was god-awful. You know what I'm going to call him from now on, Gil? See, his name's Jimmy G, right? I'm going to call him Jimmy God-Awful. That's going to be his new name now. Jimmy God-Awful. That's your new name. Because you can't win at home against Colt McCoy. You don't belong on this team, and you don't belong in the NFL. Get out. Just give me Trey Lance and move on. The team's done for the year, so give me Trey Lance so I can see what he's got. I'm done with Jimmy G. I'm done with him. The defense was awful. We had Kerry Kittle dropping passes and fumbling the ball because he probably came back too soon. Arizona kicked our ass, and we're done.
Yep.
Having said that, I'm taking the Rams to rebound because you know what's going to happen? Aaron Donald's going to take out Jimmy G to give me Trey Lance. Can you do that for me? Aaron Donald, number 99, not Wayne Gretzky, Aaron Donald. Go over there and take out Jimmy G for me so I can see Trey Lance. That'd be very nice of you. I got the Rams, and they're my best bet of the week. -4. Gil, who do you got?
I got the Rams as well, and I do have them as well as the -4.
There you go. There you go. As bad as Stafford is, he'll rebound in this game. And you know why he will? Because San Fran's under 500.
Yeah.
So they're going to win. Jose, as you can imagine, took the 49ers.
Of course.
Of course. So this is going to be, again, catch-up week for us as Jose sticks with his team despite how god-awful they were last week. And I'll admit, the Rams were awful as well, too, because of their quarterback. But I fully expect the Rams to rebound. The 49ers are done. That was an embarrassing performance at home last week against the Cards. Just embarrassing. So I'm done with them for the year. They'll probably have a few wins here or there against weak teams, but they're not winning any more games against serious opponents. I'm done with them. To our best bets, you've heard mine. My survivor team is Arizona this week to destroy Carolina. Gil, who is your survivor and best bet?
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay this week as a survivor, and my best bet would be the LA Rams.
There you go. Jose has the Bucks as a survivor, and believe it or not, he has Gil Santos' pack as his best bet, -3.5. How about that, Gil?
He really believes Rodgers is going to come back, huh?
I mean, it's not an easy game. The Seabags with Wilson, different story. But we'll see.
That man's haunted me for the past 5 years, man.
I don't think that's going to be an easy game at all. It could come down to a field goal. Actually, I actually think if Green Bay wins, it'll be by 3. So I don't like 3.5. So this is tricky. I'm worried about that game. I'm taking Green Bay, but that game's tricky. So we'll see what happens there. I feel better, Gil. I got my rant out and my anger out. Gil, what are your thoughts on Jordan Love?
Oh, he needs a lot of work. Uh, his decision making, his throws were slow. Like I think I
Reads
could
were
have
slow.
I could have intercepted him. He was like easy to read.
Yeah,
I'm so if that defense was better,
yeah.
lucky it was KC, because if that was like a Denver or Pittsburgh or a Baltimore, that guy's getting picked 5-6 times
They were just blitzing him the whole game.
because there's just lobs in the air.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he get picked more than just once.
yeah, yeah. And like, I'll ask you two more things before we go. Josh Allen. Like
Josh Allen,
is he bad in big games? Like, because even last year, New England swept them. They beat him twice. Like, am I just
Andrew? How many ball hockey games have you played where the game just didn't go your way? Your shots fall off.
Sure.
But
not the whole game, Gil. He was awful the whole game. Like,
yeah, it's one of those.
I mean,
it's one of those, Andrew.
Like, you might let in a bad goal, Gil, but you'll make it up after, or something. You're usually not gonna be bad the whole game. This guy was horrible the whole game. Like, it was just awful against Jacksonville. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was the sun or something. I don't know. Like, it was just.
Well, we don't know what they do the night before, right?
I mean, I could not believe how bad they were in that game. And Aaron Rodgers, like, what do you think of the whole Aaron Rodgers situation, Gil?
Well, Aaron Rodgers,
like, this shows that he's a diva who doesn't give a shit. Like, that's what it shows to me.
Well, the story is too that he said the doctors misinterpreted. He said he had COVID before, so he equals immunization. Whether he's immune, he already has it, so he didn't need to take it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he was misinformed by the doctors. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But was it wrong? Yeah. But did the team know about it? He didn't hide it from the team. The team fully knew he wasn't vaccinated.
And the NFL did too.
And so did the NFL. So why are we blaming him then?
Because he lied.
But the NFL has no mandates for COVID. The players are not mandatory to be vaccinated.
He should have just said, "I'm not vaccinated." I don't know why he had to lie. You know why he lied? Because he didn't want to wear a mask and he didn't want to go around the facility and follow the rules. So he lied so he wouldn't have to. That's pretty much what he did. So, but that's okay. Aaron will be back, and we'll see how he does against the Seabags. I know Gil's scared out of his mind with that game coming up.
Well, the way at the end of the day, we're halfway almost, or we are. And to me, I don't even care, because the Packers can lose every single game. They can put Jordan Love the rest of the week. We're in the playoffs. We'll be in the playoffs.
I know.
Because the team behind me is Kirk Cousins. I know that. So I can just sit up. Rodgers could sit up the whole season for the playoffs right now, and we're in the playoffs.
And you play them twice, correct? Coming up?
The Vikings?
Yeah, you play them twice, though.
I think we already played them once.
You play them once already? Okay. I
think we beat them, no?
Yeah, I know. I think you beat them already once, yeah. So yeah, you're going to play them again and win again. So there you go.
Yeah, I think we beat them. The Bears, Bengals.
Yeah.
Niners.
Yeah.
We beat your four. I remember we beat your 4.
Yeah, you guys won the field goal at the end. Yeah.
Actually, we haven't played them.
Right. So you got to play them twice. Like, that's 2 wins right there. So.
Actually, we played them the next week.
There you go. So you got 2 more wins coming up there. But last question before we go. Did you get to see any of the Monday night game, Gil?
Say that again. Sorry.
The Monday night game. Did you get to see any of the Monday night game?
In and out, because I was working.
Yeah.
But,
Fields was very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was good. He's evolving. Maybe that's what Jordan Love's gonna be. Fields is starting to get you've seen already. He was adapting to the speed of the game. You got to get adapted, because college to the NFL, the speed's quicker. Every quarterback that starts always says the biggest difference in the game is the speed.
Yeah.
So If he can time the speed, he should be fine.
Yeah, Justin Fields is just as awful as Jordan Love, if not worse, in his first game, and now he looks much better. So we'll see. But Jordan Love was awful. We'll just have to see. I think it's going to come because I think Aaron's going to leave. So we'll see what happens. But that's our show for the week, guys. Yep.
So this is just a shout out to Brian. So Onobi, where is he? 8 points. His team's down by 20 right now. Where is he?
Now Siakam's back, so he's not going to get the shots.
Where's this superstar that? Oh my God, where is this guy? Come on.
We'll see. We're halfway through the game, but now that Siakam's back, we're probably not going to get the volume of shots.
Well, then again, Brian thinks Kirk Cousins is the god too. So
so we don't want to pick on Brian too much, but Kirk Cousins, he's awful. This is a guy who worships Kobe Bryant, and Kirk Cousins is the opposite of Kobe Bryant. That's our show for today, guys. I hope everyone enjoys this, all the shout outs, and hopefully we'll have Jose back next week so he can defend himself. But until then, he's going to get his shots. Gil, we'll see you next week. For Gil Santos, for the Mouth of North, Andrew Reese, we will see you next week on the Reese Report. Good night for now.